Hi, it's Marina, the Soul Alchemist. It's time to pick your own card weekly guidance for the 16th through to the 21st of June. So this particular week that we've got coming up, which is very exciting, we have the solstice coming in right towards the end of the week. So it's that midway point between light and shadow. It is the summer solstice here in the northern hemisphere, and it's the winter solstice down in the south. So we have this real beautiful shift of light, where for some it's the kind of like stepping back from the light, and for some of us it's stepping into the light. So we have, for the theme this week, we are looking at karmic loops, karmic patterns, things that are on repeat, which we would like to release and let go of once and for all. So I am using the Akashic Oracle card deck, which you can see behind me. Just get my box here as well. So it is a modality in a box. It does come with a key that you can turn into a pendulum and also a masterclass to get you started. And they're not just an oracle deck of cards. This is a whole spiritual system that also supports healing through the cards, because there's healing portals in the cards, but also with the key pendulum as well, you can activate karmic healing. So karmic loops, karmic patterns, that is the theme. If you've not chosen your card yet, then I want you to tune into cards 1, 2, or 3. And just know, if you feel like you want more than one card, then absolutely choose away. And I would encourage you to listen to all of the cards so that you have good insights on all of the other pieces of karmic looping and patterns and behaviors and thoughts and all of those things, behaviors that can actually show up in our experience in all shapes and sizes. And the bonus card is your kind of final key in terms of action that's going to support all of the 3 karmic patterns that are showing up this week. So remember, we have a solstice energy that's also coming through this. So the solstice in itself is a really powerful portal for us to set intentions, to release, to support this next kind of part of the year. I love the solstice, and I'm actually going to be down in Merlin's cave on the solstice next Saturday. So I will share more photos, and there is also going to be the solstice offer with some of my Akashic masterclasses at an incredible price, and I'm celebrating 8 years sober on the Monday, the 23rd. So that's my first introduction to the Akashic records. Before that, I had absolutely no idea what they were. And I had a program of alcoholism, psychological addiction to alcohol, cleared from my Akashic records in about 10 seconds with a pendulum. So that's what set me on this whole journey. This is why I'm so passionate about this particular realm, because it empowered me to take back my power, literally my power, and create change, not only in my own life, but also to show other people how to create long-lasting change in theirs as well. So there is going to be these incredible offers that are going to be shared towards the end of the week. So look out for those as well. So we've chosen the cards. So I'm going to dive in. I've chosen card 1, card 2. My God, for those that know me well, that are in my spaces, there's a very familiar card that's shown up. Again, I've actually been working with this card this week, and it's still there. Oh my God. Who knows? Maybe Merlin will have some insights for me. So if you pick card 1 as your main card for releasing karmic patterns, karmic looping, and if you've got these cards, please play along with me. If you've picked these cards and you've got these cards, and you know that you've got a healing tool to help you break the karmic pattern. So nature. So what I'm really drawn to with this particular card is the actual word nature. Where am I not being? Where are you not being in your true nature? Where are you maybe shape shifting to fit into other people's expectations? other people's wants and desires. Where are you not being in your true nature? And for some of us, because we've been shape-shifting so much, we have all of these different hats, different archetypes, different identities, and maybe we don't know what our true nature is. So this is the invitation. Let's break the karmic pattern, first of all, of doing all of this identity shifting in order to feel like you are fitting in or being accepted, being approved of. And this card is saying, let's get back into nature. Let's get back to your true nature. So that's the first part of this card. Also, what that brings with this true nature is that it's letting go of perfectionism around what that is, because this is quite a chaotic card with all of the nature just growing as it wants to grow. It flourishes, it accepts that there might be like a branch from another tree in there, so it works its way around, knows its space, what it's got available, but will fill it up. And so this card is also inviting you to look at where you're trying to place too much control. Where can you allow more messiness, more chaos, chaotic, but in a kind of aligned way for you, not where it feels overwhelming and stressful. This is kind of like where there's too much control because there's fear of not appearing perfect, where you fear being judged, or fear that if you let go of all of the plates, that everything is going to go to crap, And this card is saying, what if part of your true nature was to have this disorder, to have this messiness and this chaos, because it's part of who you truly are? And what does that invite into your experience and into your true nature? Creativity, space, time, and energy. It opens up all of that. And so what you get from that is this true essence, this true power rising through, and also all of this magic. There's like this curious energy, this magical energy. The elements are there, the elemental beings are there. So karmic pattern, where are you not being in your true nature? Where are you maybe trying to control outcomes too much, control your behavior patterns, keeping the masks on? Where can you let some of that go and embrace whatever comes after it without fear? The karmic pattern there would be the fear is holding you in this tight, maybe coiled spring, overwhelm, anxiety, all going on, and there's this lack of freedom of expression. So where can you release that? And I would invite you to go into nature to go and do that as well, because Mother Earth and the trees and the ground and all of that will totally hold you whilst you let rip, do whatever you need to do, take your clothes off and run around, whatever it might be. Just allow yourself to be in, I mean, certainly in the Northern Hemisphere, like the height of summer, everything is like thriving, but it's all a bit chaotic, everything is overgrown, and it's just like, oh my God, that kind of like control. It's not happening in nature unless everything is getting pruned, you know what I mean, and gardened to the 8th degree. Nature just goes wild. So this is your invitation to go wild this week. And if that feels uncomfortable, your karmic pattern is right there. Okay, so let me know how that's landing. Let me know if you want a one-to-one session, if this feels juicy, but you want to go a bit deeper, then let me know. I can't actually offer any decks. You could go on a wait list, but I'm waiting for my second delivery to come, and I don't quite know when it's going to land. So feel free, if you want to get on the wait list and get your hands on the second run of the decks, then I would invite you to do that. Otherwise, you may want to have a one-to-one session with me, or look out for the Solstice Sober offer party offers that are going to come out at the weekend, next weekend, 21st. On the solstice. Okay, so this is the card that is following me around. It's been following me around now for, it's got to be at least 6 months. It's deception and betrayal. Some of you are going to be laughing because you know exactly what this card is. I've been working with this card this week, and you know what? I picked this card again. So I'll be curious to know what else is going on with this card. Karmic pattern, karmic looping. This is literally, where is there mistrust with yourself or with other people? Because there is deception and betrayal still in your energy field, still in your Akashic records, probably relationship connected. So that could be romantic relationship. You can be the deceiver or you can be the deceived. Chances are, there's a bit of both going on in there, because at the end of the day, it's the energy of deception. So you could be the perpetrator, you could also be the victim. So deception and betrayal. So for me, there was a real thing around trust here. So where are you not fully going all in your business, in your relationships, with your health, because you don't fully trust yourself to deliver? This is what I'm really bringing through. Okay, so this is definitely a message for me. Where do you not fully go in? Where is the little excuses coming up, or things start to happen in your physical body, external, like relationships, connections, family, things crop up that then take your time and energy away from you fully being able to go all in and trust yourself to act upon what it is that you're going to say that you're going to act upon, the intentions that you set, the intentions that you really desire. Where are you not fully trusting yourself? And that could be because you don't fully believe that you are worthy of receiving it, or that you can be fully authentic in, taking action on it, whatever it might be. Where are you not fully trusting yourself? Where are you deceiving yourself, betraying yourself? Because you deserve everything that you desire. And the opportunity and the abundance is there in the universe. But where are you deceiving and betraying yourself? By telling yourself that you can't have it, you can't do it, you're too old, you're too young, you're not knowledgeable enough, you haven't got a big enough audience, whatever it might be. That's where the deception and betrayal is coming up. This is a sneaky bugger. I feel this is hidden. This is hidden. We're bringing the light to it now. The full moon is bringing the light to it this week. If you have this deck of cards and you have pulled this card in particular, then have the card out for 24 hours. You may want to have it out all week, but ask for this karmic pattern to be released with ease and grace for the highest good of all concerned. Ask for this, and kind of really, you may want to have a little self-reflection on this in terms of, where am I deceiving and betraying myself because I don't fully trust myself to deliver, do what I say that I'm going to do, or do what I say that I desire? Where do I not fully trust myself? And why is that? Why is that? What does that look like? Where do I falter? Where do I, after a couple of weeks, decide that this isn't for me, or I haven't, whatever the excuses are? That's what's coming up there. Very interesting card. Very interesting card. So there's a few messages within that. Take what resonates, leave the rest. It's all perfect. But remember, this is a karmic pattern. This is a karmic loop that keeps coming around. Clearly, it's coming around for me because I keep pulling the blooming card. Okay, let's move to card 3. Karmic patterns, karmic looping. That's what we're looking at. This is what is coming up to be released. This particular card, love this card. Wisdom and mastery. So this is about authenticity. This is about visibility. This is about speaking your truth. Again, karmic looping. You want to be visible. You want to speak your truth. You want to be in your authentic self. Things are shifting. I'm evolving. We're growing. My interests are changing. My relationships need to change. My friendships need to change. But I'm still hiding. I'm still not admitting that there needs to be things that need to be changed. I'm not tapping into the wisdom and mastery and experience of myself, my Akashic records, my knowledge, my wisdom, my experience of this lifetime and other lifetimes. I may be still seeking external validation and permission to take the next step. So these are all the karmic patterns that are coming through with this card. And this card is asking you, again, to trust and have belief in yourself and your wisdom and mastery. And know that you can show up in your full truth, your full self, and it is safe to do that. She's very at peace with this. She's become to a real place of acceptance and peace with who she is and what she is all about. But where are you not doing that? What is the karmic pattern, whether it be mental or emotional or a fear of some kind? What is preventing you from being in this space? What is there that is preventing you from doing that? Owning your wisdom and mastery. You may not even know what your wisdom and mastery is. So that is a karmic pattern, as in not having that deeper understanding of yourself because you're not giving yourself that time and energy to do the work, to do the self-reflection, to ask some maybe uncomfortable questions without judgment. But that's how we then start to understand ourselves at a deeper level, and we start to understand what our wisdom is and how we share it and what it is and where our mastery is, where we've done something over and over and over again that we could do it in our sleep because we're a master at it. Most of us are going to know the answer to that question. But have you formulated it in any way? So you could say it with real conviction. This is what I'm a master at. So we're all going to be potentially masters at riding a bike, because we can do it in automatic. Maybe driving a car. Maybe not masters at driving a car, but we're capable. But what are you a master at? Where's your natural gift and skill? That's your mastery coming through there. So let me know how that card resonates. And I would invite you, as I say, listen to all of the 3 cards because they're all going to offer something different that even though you didn't pick the card directly, it's going to give you some golden nugget that will help you as well. So don't forget one-to-one sessions. You can do those with me on a single session or a subscription. Summer Solstice Sober. I'll think of some better name. Offers are going to be coming out next weekend to celebrate my 8 years of sobriety on the 23rd of June. That is my introduction to the Akashic Records. My God, what a journey that has been. All right, so this is your key action. This is the thing that's going to help you to break the karmic pattern. Apart from using the cards, if you've got the card deck to also help loosen up some of these threads and ties, energies that are not helping you. It's strengthening boundaries, but what I get with this card is there is a boundary aspect here, but for you to really understand this karmic pattern and how you're doing it and the impact, negative impact that it has on your goals, your relationships, your health, whatever it might be, this is about creating time and space to be able to reflect on the pattern. And then when we reflect on the pattern, we can see or feel how it's showing up and what it's, potentially creating. Then that inspires us to actually then think of an action step, an aligned action to take. But in order to even get that insight, this requires, and it doesn't necessarily have to take a lot of time, especially if if you're set inside, a 5-minute kind of spiritual routine in the morning, then you could just habit stack. That's what it's called, habit stacking. You could just add on a couple of more minutes of, right, I'm just going to reflect on the card. How would that be a karmic pattern with what I've shared, what Marina shared on the Sunday guidance? So this is about giving yourself structured time and space to consider what the karmic pattern is and what you want to do to work through it. Taking action is your fastest way of breaking a pattern. The energy healing absolutely paves the way. It makes it easier, maybe not necessarily more comfortable, but it makes it an easier activity and task to kind of move through. But taking physical action and creating change and doing something different is the thing that breaks the karmic pattern the fastest. But we're going to need insight around that. And in order to do that, we need time, energy, space, reflection time, maybe journaling time to actually understand what that's going to be. And that's what the key is here, is to give yourself some time and space. So you may need to set a boundary for yourself with your calendar this week. a boundary with yourself, or maybe with somebody else that's pressing on your time availability, and say, no, I'm going to get up, say 10 minutes earlier, and I'm going to allow myself a bit of time and space to reflect on this pattern. And that is what's going to give you the ahas and the action, the strategy, the strategic, the plan. It's going to give you that as well. So let me know how those cards are resonating. Don't forget, if you've got the cards, you can place them out to work with, to help release anything that's in the background. That card in particular feels like it's a little bit of a undercover karmic pattern that is ready to release. So it feels like it's a deeper thing. So having just something, a portal that's helping to release that in your room, in your space, in your home, in your bag, in your car is perfect. Okay, let me know how the cards are resonating. Let me know what you picked. Let me know what you're going to do perhaps to support yourself this week. I will link a meditation that is supportive of this message for this week at the end of the video. So do check that out as well, and check out any of the other healing Akashic meditations on the playlist also. Okay, love and blessings, everybody. Have a beautiful week. Have a happy solstice, whether it's summer or winter, and look out for those incredible celebratory offers that will be shared at the end of the week. Okay, love and blessings, and I'll speak to you soon.